And we are live once again. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Public Radio Tulsa's Live at Lunch. I am Ben Abrams, news anchor and reporter here at KWGS News. Hope you all had a great week. It is finally Friday. We're getting ready for the weekends, and I hope you all have a very relaxing weekend to quite a busy week, at least here at the station, I can say that. I want to talk to you about a really interesting story that one of our reporters published on our website, and I have to start it off with a bit of an admission. I am a total grammar nerd. I know, you're incredibly surprised that a journalist is a grammar nerd, but I am such a grammar nerd. I love the creation of words and sentences, and I just love putting things together and being able to tell a cohesive story. That's why I got into this business. And there's somebody else who is a grammar nerd who's bringing that love to more people just on the street and now in a movie. So a documentary that celebrates grammar is coming to Tulsa this weekend, and it's hilariously called Rebel with a Clause. It's about one woman, a table, and grammatical queries from people across the nation. Take a listen to this.
Teach grammar. I've studied a bunch of languages, and I'm spending a lot of my time in online language groups, like on Facebook, talking about grammar with other grammar nerds, and it just seemed like too much computer time. So I thought I would move my grammar life to the streets.
So that was Ellen Joven, seen here in this photo, which is on our story on our website, publicradiotulsa.org. And she is a self-described grammar nerd who authored a book on the subject called Rebel with a Clause back in 2022. Now, the book just became a documentary when Brant Johnson decided to film Joven at her little grammar table. He became enthralled with the interactions he witnessed taking place as he was observing it at a nearby park bench. Take a listen to what he had to say.
It was so engaging and compelling and entertaining to watch. I just felt I needed to start filming.
Now, the most common topic of discussion at the grammar table, and for those grammar nerds, you'll find this pretty funny, is the Oxford comma. Take a listen to that discussion.
It's funny that this little tiny dot, it's a dot with a tiny little tail, very minuscule in, spatially, but it has a big place in Americans' heads. It's an American grammar obsession.
So if you're a grammar nerd like me, and you think this is an awesome idea, and I would love to go to this grammar table and talk to her about this, I have good news for you. Joven is bringing her grammar table to the Gathering Place tomorrow from noon until 2 p.m., and then the documentary about her grammar table plays later that night at Circle Cinema. And you can find out more about this once again from our website, the article written by our Morning Edition host and reporter Zach Boblet on publicradiotulsa.org. She is bringing her grammar table here to Tulsa, which I find incredibly exciting as a fellow self-described grammar nerd, and I hope for all of you grammar nerds out there, you will find that exciting as well. That's just such a fun, interesting story that I absolutely was obsessed with when we were airing it the other day, and as we published it on publicradiotulsa.org the other day, and it's so great. And I just want to give a quick plug, and I normally plug our newsletters, and if you aren't subscribed to our newsletters, please subscribe to our newsletters. They are fantastic. But one more thing I want to do is make sure that you know that all of this reporting, all of these wonderful, great stories are made possible by you, by the listenership of Public Radio Tulsa, by those who come to these streams, by those who listen to us on air or come to our website. And it really is important that we have community support, person-to-person, individual support. And the way you can do that is by donating to Public Radio Tulsa. You just go to our website, publicradiotulsa.org, click the red donate button here on the top right corner of the screen, and it will take you to our donation page, to our donor portal. Oh, and excuse me, there we go. Clearly we need to make sure that we have a secure donor portal there. But it will take you to our website, publicradiotulsa.org, and our donor portal, which is really the crux of how we get this great reporting and journalism done for all of you, for all of our listeners, for all of our streamers out there. Please consider donating to publicradiotulsa.org. It means so much. The vast majority of our funds come from people like you. So thank you so much for another edition of Public Radio Tulsa's Live at Lunch. Once again, I'm Ben Abrams, afternoon news anchor and reporter here, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week. Take care.